Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be reviewing Module 13, Week 13, what to expect and some of your responsibilities. This module is going to be the last module for this class. There is not going to be any Module 14, it's just Module 13, Week 13. Before I go into the course calendar to review Module 13, I want to go over a few housekeeping issues because in Week 13 there's going to be a lot going on. So it's important that you take notes, review your course calendar, and keep the dates in mind. The first to notice is that there is going to be a virtual writing conference on May 6th, which is on Monday. You all should have signed up for this. Many of you have, and some of you, those of you who haven't, I have reached out to you. Please do pick a time slot in which I can meet with you. We are going to have a conference. It's graded. Yes, it's graded. If for some reason none of those time slots will work for you, or the days will not even work for you, then you are probably going to meet with a tutor. I have already described the protocols on the specific instructions for the virtual writing conference, which you can find in the assignments tab. Go to virtual conference with instructor and you should find all the information you need to know. The Zoom link you're going to click on, it's there. You click on it at the time you have selected and I'll be waiting in the room to join you. Now, I want you also to note that there are a lot of expectations for you when it comes to this conference. What do I expect from you? Again, if you go into the virtual writing conference with the instructor, you'll see it there. But at minimal, you should have submitted your first draft, summary response, and the rhetorical analysis. You need to give me something to work with. Otherwise, I cannot grade you if I have nothing to work with. I cannot just grade you, but my feedback will be very limited. Because this is supposed to be a conference. And if you don't turn in, what are we going to be discussing? We're not obviously going to be talking about what happened in week 1, so it's got to be something that happened this week, or thinking about the future of this class, which ends pretty much this week. That said, I want to cover the next agenda, which is, I'm sure you guys are excited about it. It's going to be the presentations and a potluck. So we're going to have a potluck event because this is an academic setting. Of course, it's got to be tied to something academic, and that's where the presentation comes in. We are going to have a presentation and a potluck. I will let you know. I think and you can discuss with me if you're interested in presentations. When we conference together, I will be presenting. I will be trying to answer questions that students have asked me this semester. I remember when the class first started, I got questions from students about what made you decide to become an educator. So questions such as that. And I'll be open if you guys have other questions for me, sure. So there will be presentations, it's extra credit. Attending this conference too is extra credit. If you need extra credit, especially those of you who were not very consistent with your discussion board posts, this is an opportunity to make up for that. We have an embedded librarian in this class whose name is Elizabeth Sanderson. Mrs. Sanderson will be joining us as well because she's in our class, and I extended the invitation to her. So hooray, we got another adult in the class, which is good. So even though we're a small class, we will be able to have I think a memorable event because I invited some of my former students. There are few, very few, so I'm not expecting anything between 14. I'm expecting between 8 to perhaps 14 if that happens. So it should be enough space for everyone. The classroom, it's going to be in C110. That is on the ground floor, so you cannot miss it. Not far from the police office where the police normally sits at Oakton College at the Skokie campus. It will be starting at 6:30 p.m. I will be there before then because I'm going to be setting up. If you want to join me in setting up, sure, you can. Feel free to be there before 6:30. But I'll be there, and I will be bringing something Karimi and Maya have indicated they will bring in something. If you want to contribute to this, like bring in something to it, sure, reach out to me, let me know. The more the merrier. So we're gonna be having some cuisine from Assyrian cuisine, and we're gonna be having a dessert. We're gonna be having what else? I think there's a main course. I'm going to be bringing some fried rice, and let's see, we'll keep it a secret, okay, but you guys will find out what I'm going to bring. To do this, to participate, please, I cannot emphasize enough, RSVP for this event. Why should you RSVP? Even though many of you have told me you're coming, I still need you to RSVP in case something happens, because there's, for instance, if I need to know if you have allergies, I also need to know if perhaps you will be coming late, that type of thing, so I'm prepared. I need to know, because since you're not the only one, there are other guests who will be coming. I just need to have an overall idea of how many people are going to be there. But like I said, the room is big enough to fit us all, but I'm not expecting anywhere beyond 15 people. It may not even be up to 15. With a few students that I've invited, my former students and the librarian, I think we'll be fine. So please RSVP for this. If you haven't, the information can be found on how to RSVP. That's under the on the announcement. So right here, this is where you RSVP. I've also sent you can use the QR code on the flyer to RSVP. Okay, so please make sure you do that. I'm just looking at the calendar on D2L, and you can see what's coming up. So there's no excuse if you say you forgot to turn in your work. Now let's go into our course calendar, because this is important. Like I said, we're having the virtual conference on the 6th, and you are going to be submitting your final assignment project on the 9th and the self-reflection essay. Now, it's possible that I could grant you guys an extension for the final assignment project. When I say extension for part 1 and 2, that will be decided when I meet with you during the conference. So it's in your interest to show up to the conference, because I would make a decision if that's needed. I'm looking forward to the conference with you all. I'm also looking forward to the end of this class. You are going to be submitting your self-reflection essay. The assignment was released in week 12, so you should have access to that information and what I'm expecting, especially for the assignment to be completed. And once you turn in your self-reflection essay and your final project, you are done with this class. Don't need to worry about it. The good news is that if you submit the final project, you should be passing this class. If you don't submit the final assignment project, it will be hard for you to pass this class. That said, I want to also make note that it's been a wonderful semester getting to know you all. This is not my final announcement, so you will still hear more from me, but this is going to be my final review for the modules. From module 1, we started in module 1 and now we ended in module 13, and that concludes our class. But till then, I look forward to meeting with you during the virtual conference on Monday, May 6th, and that concludes my review for my last module in this class, English 101 C20 Spring 2024. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in person at our potluck presentations. Once again, make sure you RSVP and leave questions for me and comments when you RSVP, and we'll have a swell time on Friday. Take care and have a wonderful one. Bye-bye.